Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Piyush Agarwal, an advanced RP developer, and today I'm back with another very useful UiPath video. In today's video, my aim is to share how to create a reusable component, what are reusable components, and why we should focus over that. Okay, so I will just start sharing my screen. Okay, let's go to UiPath. So first of all, before I start, what is a reusable component? Whenever you build a project, there are chances when there are certain number of activities which you want to reuse in another location. So that is a reusable component, something we can use again and again for different scenarios. Now one would say, why not we just use invoke workflow file? Okay, we can use invoke activity and again use that component, but that problem is that would be useful only in the one project. So if that component is only comes handy when you're working on one single project, but what if that particular component that you have built or a set of activities that you want to use across multiple projects, then copying that particular XAML all across those project folders won't be a good habit. It won't be come under your best practices. So what you can do, go to UiPath Studio, and over here, as you can see, there is a library. What it says is create reusable components and publish them together as a library. And then library can be added as a dependency. By dependency, it referring to just like we add our other packages like UiPath.excel.activities or our mail activities package. In similar way, you can create your own package using the inbuilt UiPath activities. So today we are going to create a very useful component, and that it would be reusable all across any kind of project that we might build. So I call it string comparator. So since there is already a library with that name, I can do is write demo, and its description is basically it will compare two strings and give me a percentage how much similar those two strings are to each other. Okay, so I will write just similar percentage for two strings, or maybe you can go on and expand this particular component to for multiple strings. Just give multiple strings as input and you get a similar percentage between them. Now this is how our library looks like. There is no main XAML over here. So what you need to do, you need to go to the project and open this new activity.xaml. Now what I will do, first of all, I will rename this activity. Fine. I want to name it as my string comparator. Okay, and click OK. Now open it. It's no different than any other UiPath process, as same it is. Now, first of all, like I want to compare two strings, so I need two input arguments. This whatever we are going to do over here, at the end it will be just like another activity, just like these activities which are present in this UiPath. So what I'm doing, I'm creating an input for string 1, another in argument for string 2, and the main objective is to give out a percentage. So that is out similarity percentage, and let's convert the direction to out. Okay, so these are the input and output. Now I need to create the process. So for that, I will use one assign. This is a simple algorithm that I use to compare two strings. So let's say this is my string 1 assign, and over here I will write in string 1 dot split this, split based on spaces, and create another variable, let's say string 1. Now this string 1 should be an array of string. So right now what we are doing is we are using an algorithm basic logic which is used to compare two strings. Okay, so I'm building that in UiPath. Now this would be our string 2, and similar as above, it would be in string 2 dot split at space, and let's call it string 2. This would be system.string array. Now next I have got two arrays. Now I want to find the common words in between them. So for that, string1 dot intersect string2, and let's call it common count or common string. Again, now over here, this is a enumerable format. So for that, I need the similar data type, that is system dot collections dot generate dot enumerable, this one of type string. Okay, now that error is gone. Let's change the nickname also of this. The activity name would be common string. Now finally, I want to calculate the percentage. So for that, we are going to use a simple formula, that is CDBL, then 100 into then our common string dot count into 2 divide by string1 dot length plus string2 dot length. So this is a simple formula that we can use to find calculate the similarity between two strings. Now, is what I can do, since we have already created a variable out percentage, this should be of type double, since we are converting the whole value within a double statement. So the type would be system dot double. Okay, and let's just assign it over here, out similarity percentage, and I will call it as well similarity percentage calculation. Okay, that's all. So this was all the tasks that we needed to do to create our activities, our set of activities, our component. Now let's first test it out before publishing it and actually converting into an activity. So let's say I will use my message box over here, and in that I will print out similarity percentage. And we need some value for string 1 and 2. So over here, like I would say hello Piyush, and I copy this same in this second one. Okay, now I believe the percentage should be 100% since both the strings are exactly same. It gave me 100% similarity. Now, again, let's change the context. Instead of hello Piyush, say I want to say hello subscriber. Now my strings are a little bit different, not exactly same. So, but still there are two words, different strings. Now see how much, okay, so it gave a 50-50 similarity, probably because the first word was same, but second word was not same. Now let's try something else, like say London versus America. Now I am going to write a similar string, but not exactly same. America versus London. So for us as a human, these two are just the same thing. We are just comparing London and America in between to each other. So let's see how the bot thinks about these two strings. Are they same? Yes. So bot gave us that it's 100% same, just like any human would do. And that's the main motive behind our like we just help the bot mimic the human actions. So this was the particular component that I wanted to build. Now I will just remove the default values and remove the message box, since this is the particular part that I want to use in multiple activities. I don't want in all my project to a message box to pop up giving me the actual percentage. That might not come handy. So once this is ready, I will just rename this also as similarity calculator. Now go to manage packages. Now over here, we are not using Excel activities. So let's uninstall it. We are not using any UI automation activities. I'm not sure since it is a general package, but so let's try to uninstall and see if anything, any problem occurs in our work. So it is saving. The idea is that only those packages should be available which are come in use. Now, since my mail activities are also useful for us, we are not doing any kind of mail. We will keep the system activities with us, and let's say, is it latest one? Updated. Save. So finally, my activities are ready. I have only kept those packages which are necessary for these activities to work all together. And also to the latest version. Okay. So now once these all dependencies are set, my component would be ready, and I just need to publish it so that I can use it throughout any kind of project. So let's just wait for the dependencies. Dependencies are done. Now let's click on publish. Now I can give any name to this package. Let's say my name is string comparator component. Okay, and or since I already have this package, what I can just upgrade it again. See, there's a percentage string comparator. Okay, I will just name it string comparator. Then I can give an image to this component if I want. Let's say if I browse, select this. Now an image will also become, and a release note I can say like compares two strings and give us a percentage of similarity. Next, where I want to save this component. So for myself specifically, I have created a particular folder of components, just like a package folder that you all might have seen in your C drive for UiPath. So in components, I generally keep all the components that I built. Then next, I can just click on next and I click on publish. Now it will just compile these activities, and that particular package would be ready to use anywhere else. See, so it published that part successfully. If I just open this location, I have got my package over here, string comparator 1.0.1. Now going back, let's use this activity in another project. So let's say I create a new project, say call it demo, and create. Now in this particular project, I want to use that reusable component. And in any project, you can do the same. Now just open the workflow, go to manage packages. Right now, I do not have that activity. Like if I search, there is no string comparator. But if I go to manage packages, or downloaded components, this is the path that I have added myself. Now over here, I can check, okay, this is the string comparator we have just built. It gives us dependencies, which is the system activities. Date was published, that is today's date, 14th July and 8:59 p.m. Okay, so let's just install it and save. It says we have detected dependency downgrades by upgrading to higher version. Okay, let's just wait for the dependencies again to be added. Okay, that's all. So now if I want to use that package, first thing over here in the available section, I can see there's a string comparator demo and string comparator activity present. Let me just drag it. Now it takes three things, like takes an input variable, input string, another input string, and gives an out percentage, just like the arguments that we built. So now over here, I will just give it key. I am Piyush Agarwal. I have deliberately uh, did a mistake with the spelling. So another one, and let's create a variable for similarity and message box. So just like any other activity, by default, the variable type is defined by UiPath, and I will just put a message box over here. Now run it. So it gave me a 75% similarity in between those two strings. That is really good percentage. So I can say that these are somewhat similar, but might be some mistake in the spelling. So you can use this such components throughout any kind of project. So the main idea was to share how to build a reusable component yourself, though you can also utilize this video to create your own string comparator and use them across your projects. So if you like my video, do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you get a real good idea to create your own reusable component, publish it to the UiPath component marketplace as a component to the marketplace so that all the users across the world can use your particular created activities and you will have your own name in the market. Okay, guys, take care. Bye. Just remember, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye bye. Stop recording.